Okay, so once if it is a point charge, this is 1 by r square. Electric field reduction rate is, once if it is a line charge, it is 1 by r. Once if it is a surface charge, it is independent of r. It is independent of r. Okay, these are all the electric field configuration of configuration of the different configuration of the charges, different configuration of the charges. Okay, in that we have derived this in a simple manner, and also we have seen the derivations for this, and now we will see what is the derivation for this one. Once if we take a charge, surface charge, and then what is the electric field. Now what is the idea, what is the general idea of so yes, now audible. Yes.
Okay,
Hello?
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So we have seen now what is the electric field due to surfaces. What is the electric field due to surfaces? Okay, electric field due to surface. What is the actual procedure? How to go about this one? You take a coordinate system. Okay, you take a coordinate system like this, and then the surface is like a infinite sheet. Okay, you place your infinite sheet in the base plane. What is the base plane? XY plane. XY plane is the base plane. Okay, so your surface charges are spread over entire length, like from minus in a x-axis minus infinity to plus infinity, in a y-axis minus infinity to plus infinity. Complete base plane is consist of the charges. So again, what is the charge density? You should know, as it is surface charge, the charge density is rho s. Charge density is rho s. Okay. So once you take some small elementary surface, some small surface here. Yes, you can take, because in the base plane you are choosing some small region. Then we will call that region as ds. Okay, we will call that region as ds. And again, it consists of some charges. It consists of some charges. So the charge that is available in small region is dq. That is definitely rho s into ds. Okay, that is definitely rho s into ds, because the sheet, the surface sheet is having charge density rho s. You are choosing some small surface, so definitely you will have some small charge. Okay, some small charge. And again, now we'll consider this small charge as a point charge only, because on an infinite sheet you are choosing very small region. You are choosing a very small region. So we consider this dq as a point charge only, point charge. Okay. Once if you choose the charge, you choose some random point here. Okay, some point on the z-axis. To make the mathematics simple, we are choosing the point on the z-axis. Okay, we are choosing the point on the z-axis. Okay, once if you choose the point on the z-axis, okay, once if you choose the point on the z-axis, you should know that parameters. What is the parameters? X value is 0, y value is 0. You should know that point value. X is 0, y is 0, and it is having some z. Okay, it is having some z. Okay, or some height as you can put, or z, some z. Okay, then you connect your point, you connect your point with this point charge. Okay, you connect your point with this point charge, and now you should know what is the you have chosen some point here. What is that point value? You have chosen some value in the xy plane. In the xy plane, you should know that value. Okay, and again, it all depends on in which coordinate system you are using, because there are 3 coordinate system. Okay, there are 3 coordinate system. Okay, once if you choose cylindrical coordinate system, okay, you may, again, your distance from the origin is r. Okay, distance from the origin is r, and again, what about remaining parameter? Definitely that is 0 0, even if it is a, again, it all depends on the coordinate system. Okay, we will see once if we go inside which coordinate system they are using, then we will know what is that actual distance. Okay, this is some point. Okay, So once if you know these 2 points, definitely once if you know these 2 points, you know this point and this point, definitely what will be the direction of your electric field? Okay, once the direction of the electric field will be in this way. Okay, generally, because this is the source, this is the source, this point is called a observation point. This point is called a observation point. Okay, so observation electric field, you want to measure electric field means what, sir? In this point, in the observation point, what you have to put? You have to put a unit test positive charge. Okay, unit test positive charge you have to put at this point. Then you will realize that anyway force will be there. The force that you are realizing will be equal to the electric field, because yesterday we have seen what is the relation between the force, what is the relation between the force and the electric field. So I have mentioned this is equal to Q into E. Okay, that means what? When Q is equal to 1, when Q is equal to 1, the force you are realizing is equal to electric field. When Q is equal to 1, the force you are realizing is equal to electric field. So please always remember, whenever you are choosing a point, that point, it is not a simple point. The point, it consists of a unit test positive charge. It consists of unit test positive charge. Okay, then once if we choose unit test positive charge, your electric field direction will be like this. Or otherwise, if you have chosen unit test negative charge, your electric field will be going in this way. Again, to avoid confusion, okay, whenever we are discussing in the basics, we'll consider only we are choosing a point with a unit test positive charge. Okay, okay, unit test positive charge, definitely the electric field will be going like this. Okay, so now again with this, what you can calculate, once if you know this, these directions, you know this electric field direction. Okay, with this you can calculate what is DE. Okay, what is DE? Okay, differential electric field due to the point charge, differential electric field due to the point charge. Now it's very clear that once if some vector goes like this, okay, it goes like this, it can be resolved in a 2 component. Okay, it is going in this direction. Okay, it can be resolved in Z axis and also a line like this. It can be resolved in a 2 component. But once if you resolve, say for example, this can be resolved in this direction and in this direction and in this direction. Clearly, if you see these 2 are going in an opposite direction, they will cancel each other. Effectively, only you will get the electric field in the Z axis. Effectively, you will get only electric field in the Z axis. Okay, now again, what is the idea here? In DE, you may get 2 components. One is going towards Z axis and another one is going in the plane, base plane. Or if you are in a cylindrical coordinate system, definitely that is arrow. Definitely that is arrow. If you are in a cylindrical coordinate system, the vector that will be going in this way or in this way, that is like arrow. So they cancel out each other. Okay, whatever the arrow that goes in this direction, again opposite value will go in this direction. So effectively you can cancel each other. Okay, then finally you will be getting electric field only in this direction. Okay, then so what is the idea? You can remove that component other than Z, because effectively you will get only electric field in the Z direction. Okay, so now once if you remove, you will get only one component. Then what you have to do? You have to do the integration. You have to do the integration of DE. Okay, you know DE. Now you do DE, integration of DE. Okay, differential electric field. Again, your DS is there, but you try to integrate. Okay, your source has to be, again you have chosen a very small point here. You can go anywhere on the surface because you are having infinite charges, infinite sheet. You can go anywhere on the surface. Okay, once if you are in a cylindrical system, please somebody tell me what is the, your Z is fixed, your Z is 0 in this plane, in the base plane. What is another variable? Anybody? In a cylindrical coordinate system, you can go anywhere on the surface. Your Z is fixed. What is the other variable? Yes, somebody give me answer. If you are in a cylindrical coordinate system, say that is r comma theta comma pi. Okay, r comma theta comma pi. Sorry, r comma theta comma z. You are in cylindrical coordinate system, r comma theta comma z. Anyway, in the base plane z equal to 0, then you can go anywhere on the surface. That means what? Your r can be anything from 0 to infinity. Your theta or phi, generally we'll call it as a pi, r comma, your pi can be anything from 0 to 2 pi. So one is going from 0 to r, another one is going from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, 0 to 2 pi. Then you compute the answer. Finally, your answer will be like rho s divided by 2 epsilon. What will be your answer? Rho s divided by 2 epsilon. Okay, yesterday itself we have seen what will be the answer in case of surface charge density. Finally, your answer will be independent of the distance where you are. So that is rho s by 2 epsilon. Okay. So now I have some work. I will be back around 9. Okay. In the meantime, please all of you try to solve this. Okay. Okay, try to solve this. Anyway, it is available in the notes. Okay, with the help of the notes, you try to understand. Okay, once again, I will explain at around 9 o'clock. Okay, at around 9 o'clock. In the meantime, try to finish